956 lads are at it again. Tune in now or else.
You are about to experience the 956 ABV podcast.
Yeah. You know we chillin'. Come on. What we really doing, man? What we really doing, man? What did y'all think was about to happen when we got together? I'll see y'all somewhere along the way.
Who am I if I'm not the one? I'm a vessel. Grinding out the rock, put the mortar to the pestle. Switch lanes, Tesla. For the base, I was never one to impress him, but shown for the pressure. I put miles on the 5 lanes. My time will never come to the side say. Minutes passing on the run like a relay. Had to maintain my composure on the freeways. I felt heat from the father at a young age. I made choices.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the 956 ABV podcast.
Yo, everybody, welcome back to your mama's favorite podcast with a dope-ass song that could be coming into.
Hey, big shout out 350, some local vibes up in New York. Big shout out to him, doing big things out there.
Alamo, Texas, that's fire, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, for sure, bro. It's crazy, just like our guest we got today. We got Raid in the motherfucking building.
Raid in the house.
Go to the back.
Hell yeah.
AKA Manuel. For those that don't know. Dude, is it like do you still go like heavy by the name Raid? Or has that turned into more like of a name basis thing?
I use it as my Instagram handle, right? And that's what I used to tag a lot and paint and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that the graffiti scene in the Valley is like dead, right? So I guess nobody uses it. But the old heads from back in the day that I used to paint with or that I've known for that long, yeah, they'll call me Raid.
They like, hey, because it stuck with them and stuff like that.
It stuck with them, yeah. And they like that culture and like they're about it.
Hey, and big shout out to you.
Hell yeah.
Returning on the pod, like for the third time, I believe. You've been since the beginning, like the audio days, just the audio days.
Yeah. I think I was at your place, right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So, yeah.
And that was a dope episode because it was like our anniversary episode.
Yeah, it was a special episode for us.
Special times.
Big shout out, man. Big shout out to us for special times. Big shout out to the people out there watching and listening. Continue to watch and listen. Fire. Big shout out to you guys.
Yeah, you guys were cracking beers that day.
We talk about it all the time, like the earlier episodes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
We were just it
was early too. It was early in the day. Shit, I walked out of it like kind of buzzed.
We were going so hard. Like we were talking about that the other day. We were sending. He was sending me pictures from like the first episode we did. Bro, there was like 12 craft beers. Like, what the fuck were we thinking that? What the fuck, bro?
Pretty crazy.
It is pretty crazy. Like I can say right now that I've kind of cut back a lot on like drinking.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Like that, bro.
Yeah.
Like I haven't done that in a long time, actually.
Yeah. We're all about the same age, right? Like 36, 37, 38.
I'm 39.
Can't do it
38,
anymore,
38.
37. I can't. It's like I can't do it, dude.
It's hard sometimes. Yeah, I don't drink like I used to for shit.
No,
That's like not even a little bit like I used to, bro. I used to go hard back in the day.
Man, I still go hard in the morning, but that's something else.
Okay.
But,
hey.
Nah, man.
Now twice a week.
Pitching lots of tents. But yeah, dude, like just my body can't handle it, dude. I can't. I cry.
Yeah, I was telling Andy.
I've been hungover and I'm just like
just crying.
I got into bourbon, right? And I quit drinking beer, got into bourbon. And it's like a different thing, right? You can't really overdrink. And the bourbon's expensive. Mm-hmm. You don't want to finish it. And
what type of bourbon you be drinking, man?
All types of shit, dude. So I'm like learning. I was telling Andy that I think I'm like 57 bottles in.
And
that I have. So
is it like bottles that you actually like look into, like do some research on them? Because or just something you see there?
Well, I started like that. And then I started realizing that I was spending money. And then I'd get something and I'd be like, what the fuck is this? I can't drink this, right? And I still do that. And that's why it's like you go and you're like, I have a good feeling about this. And then you open it and you're like, I can't do that. This sucks. But yeah, I kind of research it, especially like the higher end bottles, maybe $80 to $150 bottles. I have to kind of like do a dive to see if it's worth the money, if it's going to fit my palate. And yeah, sometimes it hits, sometimes it really, really hits, and sometimes it's okay, and then sometimes it's like, no.
And the ones that you like, do you go back and buy like a bottle for a stash or something?
If it's on sale, yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. If it's on sale, I'll definitely. I found this bottle by, I think it's called Barrel Foundation or something like that, and it's like it's a bourbon that they don't distill, so they bring it through a third party, but they put the finish on it, right? And it's very fruity, it's very, very good, and it's usually like $108. I found it for $58. I went home and I popped it, and I was like, tomorrow morning, I'm going back, and I went and I got the last bottle. So that's kind of like the type of shit I've been on. It's kind of cool because I don't know anybody my age that drinks bourbon, so it's kind of just been like my own like personal thing.
So what's like the main difference between like whiskey and bourbon?
So it's still hard to kind of figure. There's so much to learn. So right now I'm just drinking bourbon and rye.
Okay.
Right, and those are both whiskey. So like bourbon is usually more of like the caramel, toffee, sweetness, brown sugar, like notes, and then rye. I couldn't tell you the science behind it because I'm still trying to learn that. But the rye is more of like a grassy spice flavor. So sometimes you get blended whiskeys that blend those together, like Redwood Empire. Sorry, has a great bottle that's only $40. I recommend it.
Nice.
And it's called the Lost Monarch, and they blend their rye and their.
You might see it on
bourbon.
here one day.
It's fucking delicious, dude. It's really, really good. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff out there, and it's great because usually, we grew up thinking bourbon is like, or whiskey is an older man's game, and I guess we're getting older, right? But it's really cool to like really get into it and learn. And
do you by any chance like to do like holiday style drinks and shit?
Like eggnog, bro?
Well, there's like certain bottles that are
because I'm into that, bro. I like doing like especially for like Christmas or Thanksgiving. Like they make they make all sorts of stuff that you can just shout out to this. You see stuff and you try it and you're like fucking crazy.
Speaking of trying something crazy, I picked this shit up at Liquor 101. Shout out.
Came in a picture.
What kind of bourbon did they have?
This is
this has a
18-year age.
$300 bourbon. No, it has a goddamn MD 2020. What was the other one? Big Sippers.
Haven't had this in 10 years.
And then an Arizona watermelon tea. And then we added the Sprite on our own. So
kind of takes me back to those older
I'm gonna have to
days.
try that. Let me try
Yeah,
that.
bro, let's give it a try.
Pass.
Take it back to the old days,
With an MD, bro. Cheers to the old
boys.
days.
Cheers, guys. Hey, cheers to you, man, and everything you've been doing.
That's dangerous.
That's too easy.
That's
It tastes like kind of Jolly Rancher-ish, right? A little bit.
That tastes good.
I was expecting way worse. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
I was expecting way worse
well, the problem is that it tastes good, and then
That is the problem.
and refreshing and shit, right? I feel all nice now.
Right? After you cut the grass. Just,
Oh, this would be a good one.
after you cut the grass,
put some
have a
lemonade.
bottle of MD 2020.
Hell yeah!
Everyone's going to look at you like, what's he doing? But
Bourbon who, bro?
honestly, taste this. This is crazy. This is amazingly good. I think the Sprite was a good kicker.
For sure, dude. And well, besides bourbon, I mean, how are you doing, man? How's everything? How's the paint game going?
Good, dude. I recently just became a father for the first time.
Hell yeah.
And,
Big shout out.
Got to give that a shout out.
It's
Welcome to the dads.
kind of crazy. It's kind of
yeah.
crazy. You know how men usually don't talk to each other about that kind of stuff. And
Oh yeah, dude.
Nobody really warned me.
We do it all the time. We do it all the time.
Yeah, man.
yeah, it's kind of.
Is your baby not really sleeping at night or
No, dude. I think the past month and a half, I really haven't. We haven't slept at all. Yeah. So if you guys see me forget,
I remember
names or
those
something,
days.
Like if I forget a name or stop mid
Yeah.
sentence.
Shit. Well, I mean, I
No
have
sleep.
I have a 1-year-old right now.
Okay.
So
It gets
I'm
better?
right there. It gets better.
The sleep, anyways.
Yeah.
The sleep. My mom was like, "It's gonna get harder." I'm like, "I don't care about that. I need sleep. Once I have sleep, I'll be good."
Nah, yeah, dude. Oh shit. Well, that's cool, man. Boy,
Yeah, it's been
girl.
great. It's a girl.
Oh, big shout out. Girl dads right here.
Yeah, man.
It's the best thing ever.
It's a good feeling,
Hell yeah,
right?
dude.
It's like a crazy feeling, bro.
It's all
like-
sorts of things.
It's a feeling that like you just have it, bro. Like you
Yeah.
don't even think about it or anything. Like it just fucking shows up.
Yeah.
Like from one day to the next, it's just like, all right, that's crazy how it just
Yeah.
fucking comes out.
It's like a beautiful feeling. It's also frightening because then you're like, I got to worry about everything.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
to make
You know
sure
how many
everything's
times
okay.
I would be there just there waiting while they're sleeping because you're like, man, are they breathing?
Is she
Right?
breathing?
Are they breathing? Like
Put my finger there.
tap
I had her-
tap them a bit.
I had her in the car seat yesterday, and I had the mirror so I could see her, right? And she wasn't moving. She fell asleep, and I was like, oh, shit. So I pulled on the side of the road, turned the emergency lights
Yeah,
on,
bro.
turned it on, and I was like, you good? You know, just it's
tap
it's a,
them,
it's
baby.
a
I
wild.
would have
Over
just
the
I would have
breathing.
just slammed the brakes real quick. Hey, wake up. Oh, all right, there you are.
Hey, that's what those seats are for. They can handle that shit.
Right?
It's just a beautiful but crazy experience. Yeah, she's 5
Yeah.
months today, so
5 months, dude.
Hey, big shout out to you, man.
Well,
Congratulations,
thank you,
bro.
man.
That's
Thank you,
awesome.
dude. Thank
Fuck
you,
yeah,
man.
bro. That's awesome.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
bro.
best.
My
they think we're
daughter's-
dying as a
my
species.
daughter's 7 now, dude. And I was telling Andy a while ago, we went to the carnival, and since she was 5, she's been wanting to get on the big rides, but now she's finally like 4 feet. So she got on all the rides.
That's
dude.
wild,
The-
bro.
She got on the.
I
we
still-
got on the Ring
bro.
of Fire.
I don't do that, dude.
Bro, I'm a pussy,
Every
bro.
big ride you can think of,
Bro.
She fucking got on it, bro. And
Hell
she's
no.
petite and short, bro. And
I'm a pussy,
fuck
bro.
it.
After I saw videos on YouTube of like carnival rides like fucking up, I was like, all right, I'm out, bro.
There's
I'm never doing that.
documentaries.
I'm never doing
documentaries
that.
about that.
And I know
Fuck
it's
it.
it's like a fucking. It doesn't happen like way crazy
yeah,
often,
of
but
course.
like,
Fuck it.
but it's like, oh, that's yeah. I mean, sometimes you gotta say fuck it, but not me.
She's brave, dude. She's brave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then she went on a big water slide. He told me too.
Oh yeah, dude. We were at a water park, and they had like, you remember Super Splash, like that
I
big
do.
drop. Well, they had a similar one like that. I don't know if you've been to Aqua Planet.
I have not.
Okay, so it's like in far Hidalgo area. And so anyways, she's like, I want to go down, and the guys were like, hey, if she wants to, like, you know, you wait on the bottom, she has to go up by herself. And terca way that she wanted to go, so she goes. I see her at the top, and I'm waiting for her. I see her coming down, bro, and the look on her face was like a look I never wanted to see on my child's face, bro. Like
Terrified.
terrified, dog, and like that shit crushed me, dude. And then like she's like crying by the time she even like gets to the bottom, dude. And I was like, hey, you know what, man? I'm like, but you fucking did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, don't be crying. I'm like, you wanted to do it.
Don't
I'm
cry
like,
'cause I'm gonna cry.
I'm like, it was scary. I'm like, but you fucking did it. You know,
yeah.
like. So
I would be the one there.
yeah, dude. I mean,
If I would have gone down that shit, I would have been crying too.
Yeah. No, and I asked her, I'm like, do you want me to go down too? And she's like, yes. I was like, fuck, dude. So they're my big ass goals.
Yeah, it is.
Dude, and becoming a father, has that like influenced your art a little bit, like in a way?
Work ethic, and then career decisions, and like work ethic, and like putting things together, building things to bigger. I think in the art world you call it like legacy.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just thinking years ahead, and yeah, and looking at the business as much as like the actual making of the work, which is a big thing. Yeah. So yeah, we're still in the middle of a few things. We like, I got hooked up with. This is in the same vein. So like, I got hooked up with a printer from out in California that works with a lot of big artists, and he messaged me and he was like, "Hey man, you don't have a website?" I'm like, "I have one. I haven't had time to update it." And then he was asking me like, "Do you have a print contract?" I'm like, "I don't."
You have your MySpace on there and shit.
Yeah, no shit, dude. No shit. No, and so we just got to talking. We talked for a few hours, and so we're redoing the website. The website's coming out soon, completely brand new. And then we're going to be dropping like prints every month, and then special edition prints every 3 months. But we're talking about like holographic prints. Like,
Crazy shit.
super. We'll have tiers where it's like $20 for a small print, $60 for like a medium tier quality print, and then The special editions will be 150, and then from there we'll go higher and maybe do like limited 5 prints, but they'll be like wrapped in canvases. So you won't be able to tell the difference. This guy has a $10,000, $20,000 scanner.
That's
so
crazy.
he scans the paintings to the fiber, right? And or to the grain if it's a wood panel. But it's that's how it's kind of influenced me to where like there's like an alarm of like, hey dude, not only do the work, but you have to monetize it properly and be smarter on how you do it. Because like if you like how the super big pros do it, like the people I look up to, like the big artists are living in the legacy. Say for instance, they sell a medium-sized painting for like $15,000, right? That painting's gone, but they will release a limited edition of like 50 prints at, let's say, 350.
Yeah.
So más o menos they'll make back another $14,000 to $15,000 from the print. So they doubled their money. The painting kept working for them. That's kind of what I always knew.
Bro, for
I
sure.
always knew about it, but I didn't know like the actual workings of it. And now we're going to try to apply that.
Yeah.
So
That's fire,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah,
And
that's
yeah,
what we're
bro.
looking at.
Dude, and you can do like limited edition like merch, like
Yes.
dope quality, like thick cotton type tees. Like, dude, I'm happy with that shirt that I got from you. I haven't worn it.
Yeah.
I wanted to wear it on this episode, but I didn't shower. But straight out
Shout
of
out
work,
to-
dog. Straight out of work.
Oh yeah, dude.
Working
But,
man, Hollis right there.
But I did go home
Let me
and
smell you,
change.
bro.
I changed. Oh,
You don't want to.
afterwards, dog. Afterwards. But yeah, dude. So I'm waiting for a special event, dog, to wear
Yeah.
that shit.
Hell yeah,
Like,
dude.
you know, I already got the Nikes that already pretty much
Hell
fucking
yeah, dude.
match it. So
Hell yeah, dude.
pretty
Hell yeah.
excited. But dude, if you were to drop limited edition, like I had got a shirt from Trill Burgers, and it's like a thick cotton, like
Yes.
quality shit.
Yes, that's what we want to try to do.
do some of your shit like that, dude. Like,
Well, you know, the cool thing about this guy, Spirit Printing Services, they're called. Shout out to him. And Thomas Ackerman. And he's in the game. So this is what I told him. I was like, look, dude, I'm a new dad. I have a bunch of art, like I have a bunch of shows to get ready for. And I was like, I'm going to throw money at this. I'm like, just do it. I don't want to handle the things. I don't want to ship them. I just want to like send me the proofs. We'll sign them and print them out. Like make sure everything's at the highest quality. And that's at the level that they work at, where like I don't have to do anything. I finish the work, either I ship it or get it professionally shot, and then that's it. And that's what I wanted. Because, dude, painting is like a weird fucking job to have. It's
I bet, dude.
it's a weird job to have
crazy.
because it's demanding when you're in the middle of working, but it's also demanding when you're not working because you're thinking about working. Even though people would be like, I fucking hate that. I want to clock out. Nothing. This is, you can't, you know? So it's like, it's all about the same thing. So like it's like, yeah, it's kind of fucking wild. So, and I think artists are naturally inclined to like not live in the real world. So like if you're telling me you need to print this and send me this and do this and ship this, it's like, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. But yeah, since, you know, my little girl came to the world now, it's like, okay, we have to fucking get this done correctly.
yeah,
That way we can keep moving forward. So yeah, it's been pretty cool.
running it smoothly. Then that's dope, dude.
Yeah. Trying the drops, the initial drop that I'm very excited for should be out maybe early December.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, it should be I'm pretty excited.
Dude, I'm happy that I got to go to one of your shows when you had it at next to
Nopalito.
Yeah, Nopalito.
Yeah. Yeah,
That was dope, dude. It was a collab show, right?
Yeah, well, we the owner, Genesis of or maybe the manager, I don't think he's the owner of Nopalito, had messaged me and he's like, hey, I want to do something, right? I want to do something like an art show here, this and that. Can you help me put it together? And I've always wanted to the Valley's so weird. I always wanted to do something here for like to inspire like the youth, right? Because like growing up here, there was none of that going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
your style.
yeah,
stuff
like
of
something that's
people
new and
stuff like
different,
that.
right?
Yeah,
The new style, different. Graffiti was very, you know, in the 90s, it was not
taboo,
accessible. It was
man.
fucking crazy. Like
Yeah.
it was violent. There was things going on, people going to jail. There was that. And then like, you know, my new contemporary art type of artwork, you know, wasn't around. So I wanted kind of with Genesis to kind of change that and give like an outlet to people. And we did a couple of shows, and they went well. We might do some more. I mean, not me. He might do some more. But yeah, it was fun. It was good to see you there, and people went out there.
Yeah, it was a badass turnout, dude, and that's because it was raining.
Yeah,
Good turnout.
And you've been doing your own shows, right?
Well, here we did a few of them here,
But like out there everywhere.
yeah, dude. This year was pretty great. I think I had 13 group shows. For L.A., Philadelphia, London, the museum in Hawaii, Honolulu.
I remember when you were on the last time, I think you were talking about like stuff that was coming up, and it was fucking awesome to see like you go out and do that shit, bro.
Yeah, dude. Thank you, man. Thank you. Like I think last time we were talking about someplace, I forgot, Amsterdam. So we did Amsterdam, and then we did London twice, I think, and then we did Hawaii.
And is it like some like same people, or is it like different groups at different?
So it's different groups, usually working through galleries that are connected, which are like pristine galleries for my genre of art. So they'll see you working with them, and they'll be like, "Hey, would you want to work with me?" And yeah, of course. You know, if it's right, I definitely will.
That's sick, bro.
But it's crazy because like, so I had a solo show in Philadelphia at Academy Arts in August.
And that's like
online,
your
right?
stuff.
And it was crazy to develop that show and like put it together and
That's
put it out.
wild, bro.
But I also did like 12 other shows. And like I started like researching, and I'm like, I'm not doing that anymore. That's another reason why I'm doing the prints, because it's like there's no reason for me to crank out stuff like that. Now I need to just make sure that it's quality.
How did they go? How did like the solo one go?
The solo
was that like your biggest solo one ever, or you've done other ones?
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't had a solo show in 2 years, so it was a big deal for me. We almost sold it out. There was one large painting that still hadn't sold, but we practically sold everything, and it went really well. We got reviews, and
those were like your like fucking
those
hard work pieces and shit.
Those are the ones you hold out on, and it's a concept. So like, you know, you develop the concepts, you develop the topics, and then you develop like the actual like scenarios and scenes and all that. So yeah, it went well, dude. And even throughout the solo shows, throughout the group shows of the year, it went super well. I think we sold maybe throughout everything of the year, we sold maybe like 80% of everything.
That's fire, bro.
So, and then the solo show, and I don't say this to brag, but I say it because I'd like to say
you can brag here, bro.
That there is money to be made. I think we have a misconception in the Valley that there's no money in this, and there is, dude. Like from the month of August to the month of, what are we in, September, we sold $20,000 worth of works. Yeah, so there is money, bro. There is money to be made.
Damn, son.
Congrats, dog. That's super dope.
And it's great. It's like, you know, you get to see that, and you're like, in such a short amount of time, right? You're like, wow, this is crazy. And
I'm gonna start painting tomorrow, though.
Dude, it's such a weird game, all of it, and there's levels, but it's just good to be able to share that. And I want to be able to get closer to like, maybe not the youth, but like younger artists of all ages, and be like, hey, dude, you could do this.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Like,
There's a lot of people that draw, bro. Like you see people all the time, like, oh shit, look, check out what I do. Even if it's like a quick thing, you're like, bro, you do that shit correctly, and you fucking branch yourself up. Like that's fucking
keep practicing.
You can do that shit. I can't draw for shit
I
just because
used to
I
like drawing, like, you know, throughout probably since elementary. I would always draw, and I was always into tagging and shit. But I've seen it like in my little sisters and Emma, like my daughter. Like I've seen it like kind of, you know, like it's like a thing. My older sister, actually, she's pretty fucking good, dude. Like she used to paint and draw a lot, actually. But yeah, man, it's a cool way to like help people, because like you said, we didn't have this shit like growing up, dude. Like,
the internet wasn't around.
The internet won, and just
not like this.
Just like the stuff that the Valley has now, you know, the people in the Valley. We didn't have people like this, like that, you know, like us, like growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like
now that we're growing up, like people see that, hey, there's a lot of cool things that I'm into.
Yeah.
That you don't see a lot.
Yeah.
And then you go out and
Like the valley has a lot of dope shit to offer because of like dope people in it. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool to do something like that where, like how Andy said, you know, like there's kids out there that like didn't know that was here, and
they're like, I can draw good, but what the fuck do I do with this? You know?
Yeah, I talked to some of the students at UTRGV, and they're like, you're working from here? I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm like, it's cheap to live here unless you want to go to LA and spend $5,000 for a room, you know, and then not get to paint because you have to work 3 jobs, you know. So that's a benefit from being out here, like all the way out here, disconnected from all the world that I work with. It's cheap, it's safe, and it's great for families, and you can work.
Yeah.
You know? So
yeah.
But yeah, I think, you know, I think the Valley suffers from a problem that, at least in the art scene, is that they want people that are working and thriving here, but when it happens, they don't want it, and they don't want to talk about it, or they I don't even know how to explain it. It's kind of like a weird situation. I had a situation happen, and I guess I won't name any names because
Name the names.
I was gonna have a big solo show here in the Valley, I'll say, and I was working with a museum, and we had this whole thing, dude. Everything was written out, like everything professionally, like everything was written out as far as like, this is the payment, this is what I'm gonna need from you, the dates, art statements, art bios, money, time periods. Everything was sent, super professional, even asking for like loans from the state for the money to like fund everything. So everything was super legit, right? And my main thing with this museum was like, I am Mexican. My work is not 100% in that lane. I'm not a painter that talks about his heritage. I work on a broader subject, even though you can tell some of my subject matter is from being Mexican.
Yeah.
That's not what I do.
Yeah.
And long story short, the curator, the director there, we went from like, yes, okay, we're going to let you do this, to let you do this, everything, to where I think she started thinking like, people from the Valley aren't going to give a fuck. So I'm going to try to pair this dude with a producer from the Valley. I forgot his name, but he's like a big producer, like music producer, movie producer. Westlaco maybe, and from Westlaco, and we'll get him and we'll pair them together. He'll play, and then people will come to the opening. And I was like, no. I was like, this place is gigantic. I'm going to be working nonstop for a year, maybe more, to bring all this out. And then people know that guy from here, not me. So like this just doesn't work, right? So I think what it wasn't because of that guy. It's because she thought it wasn't Mexican enough, right? So then she started asking me about if I had my abuelita's wedding dress, or if I had like little Mexican things for my family to
You're
put
like,
out.
yeah, I'm wearing it right now.
And so it got really weird, dude. I was like, wait, what are you trying to do here? So I'm assuming that she was like, not Mexican enough. This isn't going to work. We need to change the story. Long story short, I lost my shit. You know, there wasn't like an altercation or anything like that. I just walked out. I was like, it's done. And essentially what it is, and I'm taking shortcuts here because it's a lot, but I think what it is, and the sad part is that it's almost like cultural gatekeeping, because it's like, dude, I'm 100% Mexican. I came over here as an immigrant. You know what I mean? I got my papers in my 20s.
I don't know if you want to say that on this
Hello,
podcast.
Ice. He's right here.
No les digas. And
Raid.
and yeah, like it just feels like, you know, I can't tell my story to my own people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, how
Dude,
crazy is that?
They're trying to put you in a box, and you're right. That is what's wrong with the Valley, bro. Like, you know, like I hate saying it because I love being from here. I love
too.
living here.
Yeah.
But like the older generation kind of brainwashed some of our generation to be so narrow-minded and traditional to what's Valley standards, you know, like
it's pretty crazy, dude.
it really sucks, dude. Like,
Damn, that is true, right?
yeah, man. I mean, like if you dress a certain way, like and even these days, bro, where you would think it's a little more accepted, like even then, like I've seen people who dress goth or punk or whatever, and they still get looked at pretty funny because that's how unprogressive the Valley is, you know. And I'm not really much for like being progressive, but I mean with that shit, even when I was a kid, like, you know, just kind of like, you know, only down here do you get looked at funny, or are you asked to not be yourself, or are you asked to like try this instead, you know? Like, it really sucks.
It's
bro.
pretty crazy, dude, because like I felt like, so my story isn't good enough to share as like person that came from hardships, right? To share that there is like hope, and you can work really hard and have a career in a job that is not normal, it's not typical, and you can literally work your ass off and get somewhere. Like, nah, we're good. We're not. What's your last name? Zamudio. Oh wait, no, not Mexican enough, or whatever the fuck they think. And it's kind of wild. Dude. It's wild.
It's shitty because I think I know some of the art that you're referring to, because I've seen some of them on Instagram, and it is cool, you know.
Yeah, I'm not shitting on the art.
Yeah, it is cool, but like, it's just shitty that like someone who's, you know, maybe a little more successful, even if I can even say that, if you know, but like, why wouldn't you want to shine some, like, you know, some of that light on someone who isn't doing your cliche type of painting, you know, to get like, you know, a living off of it, you know? Like,
it's kind of wild. I mean, obviously, look, if this is my experience, people could listen to this and be like, oh, this guy's, that's not true. But you have to look at it from my perspective. It's not the first time.
Yeah.
If my wife was here, she'd be like yelling. It happens all the time, to where it's like, it's like, okay, yeah, but like, this is not what this is. This is not what this is. It's like, it's good, but this is not. I had one artist from Brownsville be like, yeah, it does, but it doesn't mean anything. I didn't say anything to him. I'm like, okay, yeah. So it's like, if it's not covered like in Rosarios, or if it's not covered in cactus,
if it doesn't have like your grandma's like footprint in it,
yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
And
there's no palm trees, dude.
Dude, it's kind of wild. And yeah, and there is no fucking palm trees. Yeah, and yeah, my work, the narrative about my work, especially recently, it's more of like about like human experience, and it's like, and if you look at my work, it has all the races in it.
Yeah,
Mexican, white people, black people, all men and women, all
technically they can all be Mexican, because Mexicans like got Afro-Cubans, all that kind of shit, bro.
You're right.
Nah, he's Mexican, bro. He's Mexican.
Mexican.
He's not
They're
white,
all
he's
Mexican.
Mexican.
They can look white or black or Filipino. They're fucking Mexican.
What would you think I am, bro?
Mexican.
There you go.
De Monterrey.
Chifresa.
But yeah, dude, there's a lot of weird. There's another situation that happened, and this one I will say, like at the IMUS, right, the McAllen Museum. I don't know if you guys noticed, but one of the artists here had a showing there with all the best artists that have ever lived. Do you guys know that? Of course, nobody knows that. But the implication,
They didn't call me.
The implication here is like larger. So like, it's not necessarily about the artist, but essentially this guy got a solo show at IMUS, which is impossible to get, right? And he got to show with Andy Warhol, Pablo Picasso, Dali.
Like, how does he show him?
Well, and what's see, baby brain, dude, not sleeping. The stencil, Banksy.
Oh, okay.
Right? So essentially what this guy did is, I'm assuming he bought fakes, right? This is the assumption, because if not, this man would be very wealthy, and he's not wealthy like that, or not, I don't know his money situation, but like, it doesn't seem like he is. So he got all those works in there, and then he got in there, and then he put his paintings next to them, and he was like, I'm showing with the best in the world. I'm the best in the world. That's okay. I don't mind that. Do whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. The problem here is that the IMUS let that happen without any certificates of authentication, no gallery connections to the works, no like nothing. Like, so you're like, an international museum is showing fake works with this guy so you can create clout, but there's no backstories where these works came from. And I searched. Me and a bunch of my friends searched. We couldn't find anything. So the only thing that we found is that, oh yeah, the guy said he's like, they're from my private collection. It's like, so you're stinking rich? But that's, again, his grind or whatever he wants to do. I don't have a problem with that.
It's
it's the IMUS
authenticity.
So what I'm talking about is that these people gatekeep who can show there from the valley, who's worthy, who's not, who works with them and who doesn't. And then like they can't even back it up with like an actual serious like, hey dude. Okay, the point is that it's kind of like slaps the audience. It's like you're not educating the audience. You're almost laughing at the audience because you're like, oh look, it's the best works in the world, but they're all fakes. Or you're not letting them know where they come from or like who bought them, what collection they were in. Super weird stuff like that. Those are the things, and then my experience at the museum I was going to work with, those are the things here that need to change because those museums are like museums in our culture, right? It's like they're the things that hold the knowledge.
Yeah,
they're
bro.
the keepers.
Yeah.
So like little galleries and pop-ups like that, like I did, they're not going to change the world. They're not going to change the scene or the culture in a small city like us. But those museums are in charge of like, hey, dude,
Yeah.
this needs to be more legit, more authentic because the audience deserves it. We in the Valley deserve it.
Definitely a cousin of the owner or something.
I don't know. I mean, again, nothing towards the artist, nothing towards him. It's just like, come on, dude. Things need to change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah, dude. I mean, because like you said, museums are like, that should be authentic as fuck. Like, it's a museum, you know? It's like oh, dude, when they stole that museum like not too long ago, remember? In fucking Paris or London? Or
Oh,
whatever?
yeah, dude. I heard
That was pretty wild, right?
Pretty wild.
Just talking about this, right? It
That's
just popped
pretty
into my
wild.
head.
I saw that. Like some guy was like, "Oh yeah, did you see this?" I
They
was like,
robbed it was
the
Paris.
Louvre, right?
You know the Louvre?
Was it the Louvre that they robbed?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was the Louvre.
it was. It's the fucking.
With Mona Lisa.
Oh,
They were taking some shit, bro.
Yeah, dude.
I heard they were taking like jewelry
they
and
stole
shit.
jewelry, not paintings. Yeah, it
But
was
how
jewelry.
does like, especially a fucking museum like that and shit, like, how do they let that happen, bro?
It was a cousin, dude. A cousin let him in. A cousin
bro.
let him in.
He was having an art show in a
Speaking of
fucking-
museums, have you gone to the stained glass one that we have here?
No, but I've been wanting to go with the baby.
I want to.
You know
go,
what?
dude.
I've seen pictures and I'm like, damn, bro. I'm
It
like, that
looks
looks crazy.
fire,
Just to
bro.
go in there, it's probably like a vibe. Like you enter in there,
feel like
and
a
you
fucking
feel
vampire,
something.
bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wear
fangs start
eyeliner.
growing and shit. Go in there, start like
Start hissing at people.
stupid, bro.
Can't
Nah,
go out, get an umbrella so you can go walk outside.
Nah, but yeah, that place looks cool. Like the whole how it looks, how it was built and stuff. Like, do they bring like different things or
I
it's just
think
like,
they throw events there and shit.
Like, with
and,
different-
and I think you can even like rent it out to like do like a wedding and shit.
Or a podcast.
Ooh, that would be cool.
we'd be there hissing at each other?
We'll fuck that place up.
Why is there a cloud of smoke coming on the?
A case of beer.
Why does it smell like pine in here? Hey, it's the devil's eggs.
Dude, what was one of your favorite spots that you got to do like this whole run that you did? Was it like have you already had been to all of those places that you went to?
Yeah, well, I haven't been to Europe yet. I haven't been to London. But that London gallery show was pretty cool because it was a mixture of like American artists with London artists, right? So they have a really.
Did you already know some of them?
Yeah. Yeah, like all my art friends usually are just through like the internet, right?
In
Like,
your style of
yeah,
stuff
just like in my genre of art. And some of them are great, dude. I mean, I even had a show. I was part of a show with Obeying. I've worked with a lot of people, and they're really nice people. There's just it seems like everybody's open. Yeah, I've ran into like some dickheads for sure. But for the most part, everybody that's a working artist at a certain level is just very nice to each other. You know, so it's pretty cool. But I think my favorite this year was probably that London show.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And then
That's fucking cool, dude.
yeah, dude, it was fun. I mean, it was fun to see that the one in person that I went to, my solo show in Philadelphia, that was fucking cool, dude. To be there at that gallery, beautiful gallery. Shout out to Art Jeremy.
And people were just able to go in there and
It
see
was
all your
full,
stuff.
dude. It was full. Like it's in like one of the main parts of Philadelphia, and it's like
That's fucking.
it's
sick.
like 100-year-old buildings. They're all Gothic buildings, beautiful, and it was really cool to get to see the audience experience my work in person, talk to them, talk to the collectors, you know, people that actually like appreciate it. And it's kind of wild. It's pretty cool, man. It was an experience, and then hanging out with like the gallery directors, and it was an awesome experience, man.
That's sick, bro.
really
Congrats to that,
Thank you,
man.
man. Thank you,
yeah,
dude.
dude. You like the shit that we've been seeing and how you been out there. Like that's, man. What the fuck, I miss. That's like shit. Like, bro, you need a. Like that gets the youth going, bro. Like hearing your
tell you
story
what,
and shit.
I don't know if I would want to like show it. I mean, maybe, but es un pedo. I mean, it would be like that would be a show that would, because it depends how large the space is, but it would take a while. But what I would want is just for them to just be better at what they do. You know what I mean? Like just be better at what they do. They had a talk, an opening, I think a week ago. And it was for an artist that I really like, and we showed up, but it's like, oh, it's members only, and it's like, dude, do you understand that the artist is talking here? You don't need to be a member. Let it be open to the public. What if people can't afford the membership or can't come in or they don't know about it? Like we didn't know. So it's like just be better for the people, dude.
Yeah, so people can.
I will say this: I don't run a museum, right? I don't know the in and outs of it. I do not, so I'm not going to say that I know everything about that. I don't.
I do.
But as somebody that's been here for like 20, 25 years and works as a full-time as a working artist, like you want it to be more accessible to people. We don't have galleries here. Really.
Nope.
So like
Dude, that's why like going to that event at Nopalito, that felt really cool, bro. Like I didn't, it felt like I wasn't in the valley, bro. Like
that's why I got told that over and over.
Yeah, dude. Like I made a little video of that night because it was my first night going out in a while, and it was just like a legit vibe, bro. Like being there, I just felt like I was like honestly in Austin. Like I felt like that was like the energy, very just like positive, and the art was fire, bro. Like, and then they had DJs and shit, so it was super dope, cool, dude.
Yeah, we did like a show for like a bunch of young artists that had never shown. That was pretty cool, and I wanted to keep doing that. It's just that it's hard to find the people to work with to throw these things and make these things work correctly, because it isn't a lot of work, or you think it's not a lot of work, and then it becomes a lot of work, and you're like, damn, this is a lot to do. But maybe we can like revisit that in the future.
Hell yeah.
And you were talking about like your new paintings and stuff, like being like more personal experiences and shit like that. Like, how do you, like, the people that you get, like, do you talk to them about experiences, or is it just like your experiences?
So like, I think maybe it's been a year, I think. So I used to just take photos of people, right? And then I would paint them. And then that has become more difficult. So I recently had a guy on Instagram that I painted maybe like a year and a half ago say that I exploited him. And that...
Dude, you can exploit me.
Exploit the shit out of us,
bro. And that I made money off of him, and like I don't talk to him anymore. And I got, it's not the first time. Right, so and
dude, also, you can sell my face, and I won't ask for a dime because I would just be pimp, dude. To be painted.
You got it, dude. You let me paint you. I'll paint you,
dude. I'll find like the scruffiest looking picture, dude, and I'll be like, "Hey, you want to use this one?"
So like, basically, what ended up happening is that it also got hard to get people. The classic, like, I'll ask a girl, like, "Hey, can I paint your face?" Like, oh, my boyfriend says no. Okay, okay, that's fine. So like, there's just like weird things. So
my boyfriend says no.
So what I ended up doing that is just like I'll use some references. I'll make things up, and that kind of makes it more personal because I get to build the emotion directly. You know what I mean? So it kind of loses a little bit of the hyper realism I was doing before, but it gives it a more emotion because it's coming from me building it instead of just taking a photo. And so you also get like, you get an idea, but you could be like, I don't like that, I'm going to change this, or like, I don't feel that, I'm going to move this around. So you get more freedom instead of working directly from just a photo. It's harder.
For sure.
It's
I was thinking that.
Fucking harder. But
is there like stuff that has happened to you that feels like what you're going to end up painting? Like personal shit?
I think the way that it works is like subject matter. So like it's all, it's kind of weird, dude. So like it's all, I recently came to kind of figure out maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago that I've kind of been painting the same subject matter for a while. I'm talking about since I almost started painting with oils, like maybe in 2007. It's just been different iterations of it. And essentially what it is a human experience of like coming to understand that there's more to life than we think it is. So it's like moments of these people having fear or ecstasy, or maybe coming towards enlightenment and opening themselves up to understanding that there's more to life. And when I mean more to life, I literally mean more, like not just the reality that we live in, you know. And this can go into the other talk I wanted to talk to you guys. Like, you know, it could be like a religious experience. It could be an experience that could be religious, but it's shrouded as religious, but it could be natural in nature, or it could be an alien experience. We don't know what the fucking alien experience is, and so yes, all this fuels into the
hell
into
yeah,
the
bro.
work.
And I know you're into all that stuff. Last time you were saying, you know, like the cool shit. I know the Instagram shit. You know, like the professor this and professor they were talking about this, and it blows. It's cool when I hear you talk like that, bro, because I'm like, man, it's like experiences, bro, are some real shit. And like a lot of the times people don't know what it is. I mean, you can actually like think you know what it is, but it could be totally something different, bro.
Really well said. So I had an experience, and I think to answer the first question, so like, I think the human brain works a lot through subconscious, right? So I think my work is fueled by these experiences and beliefs and philosophies from the past and the present. And all my work leans towards these people having a sort of experience, right? And maybe it's connected directly, maybe it's not, maybe it's symbolic. But I had an experience while I was building this solo show. So my wife was still pregnant. So let's just say maybe in March, right? It was earlier in the year. And I had while I was listening to an interview with a UFO whistleblower, right? And it was like a 3-hour interview.
A UFO whistleblower?
Yeah.
What the hell is that,
bro?
No, I'm just joking.
Can I have her number?
He came out with.
Can I have his number?
His story is very long, but essentially, military worker. I think he was in the Navy, and he flew helicopters. Just a very experienced man. His name is Jake Barber. So any UFO nuts out there, or any people are interested, you could go look at his story. His story is very long, but he worked for the government. He had certain experiences with these things, and then he kind of talks about how you can contact these things, right? So I had already heard about what they call CE5 before. CE5 is a sort of like visual meditation where you can go out. Usually people go out into the woods or where it's dark. You could do here a lot because we don't have a lot of light pollution. And you can meditate, and whatever that means to you, meditation. And then you can literally call these things and they show up, whatever they may be, right? So it happens. It's happened to people. People have said it does work, especially with intention. Like if you're out there goofing off, and like that doesn't work like that. Anyway, so long story short, I was painting in my garage at the time, and I was listening to his talk, and while he was telling that exact same thing, and it was already like 3 a.m, right? I was painting late, and I was like, oh, I can do that. And I got goosebumps all over my body. And I was like, I paint for a living. I'm visually like, I see things in my head very clearly. I was like, that's not a problem. I can do that 100%. So then I finished painting. I took a shower, and I went to bed. My wife had already been in bed. So I get to bed. I was like, let me try this, right? Like, let me just try it. I don't know what it is. Expecting nothing at all. So I'll tell you exactly what it is. So I laid in bed, and I was like, okay, let me go ahead and close my eyes, and I'll visualize a white light coming from my forehead, shooting through the ceiling of my house, going out into space, into the darkness, into the sky, and then surrounding that white light will go up, and it will hit this object, and then it will surround it with light. and it's like an egg, and then that will send a light back down to me. And I did that for like 20 minutes, right? Over and over and over and over. And then I was like, okay, I'm sleepy. So as I turn around, my wife wakes up and she gasps like she couldn't have, like she wasn't breathing. And she goes, they're coming through the ceiling. Yeah. And then I was like, what? And I was awake, right? So it's like, I woke up and I didn't say anything. And she was freaked the fuck out, right? And I had to give her a few minutes to calm down. And then I told her what I did. She hit me. And she's like, stop being stupid. And, she doesn't really look into any, the stuff scares her. And she was pregnant. So essentially what I had to do is like, I had to concentrate and just be like, nah, dog, whatever the fuck this is, like, no. So to me, from what I experienced and what other people experience, and at this point, hundreds of podcasts that I've listened to daily, like I listen to podcasts, news, I read the books. I'm super into this. I'm not an expert, but I'm super into this. We don't know what the fuck this is. So if you really look into when it started being called like flying saucers, I think Kenneth Arnold saw something flying. He saw something and then he was like, it was a flying saucer. But where did he think there were aliens from? When you start looking at the core of like when we pin that as aliens, little green men, flying saucers, there's not really one event, but something happened to where the consciousness of everybody was like, it's aliens. How do we know that?
Yeah.
And then you start looking at the work of Jacques Vallée, who's like, Jacques Vallée was an engineer, computer engineer that helped, like, he was part of the team that started like basically the internet, or like formed part of the people that started the internet. He's a super genius. He's been around for a long time. He played the French professor in Encounters of the Third Kind, right? Mm. So he's been around for a while. And that guy, when you read his stuff, he's one of the leading people. He's like, people used to call these things fairies, El Cucuy, the Virgin Mary, angels and demons, and all these names throughout history, depending what era of Earth, technology, religion, and what timeline, what time point they were in, they would see these things. Yeah. And then you would name them that. La Llorona. Right? So, like, I think that whatever this is, it's not that simple to just call it a UFO, an alien. Oh, it comes from Mars. In my experience, it's more than likely something. I don't think so. That's another label that we put it on. We don't know what the hell this is. Because you have people that have great experiences. Like, dude, if you look, okay, so Diana Pasulka is a Harvard professor of a religious professor, right? She's like one of the top, right? I think she was her chair for her department at Harvard for a while. And like, she's like, yeah, she thinks that the religious experience that people have had through history are connected to the phenomenon. And that's what it is. It's a phenomenon. We don't know what it is. So there's people that have stories that have nuts and bolts craft, but like, we don't know what they do. We don't know how they work. We don't know how they manifest. We don't know anything.
Yeah, bro. It's wild.
It's pretty crazy. So my conclusion is that from what from what I've read from these people, is that what the phenomenon has probably shaped us throughout time and influenced people. There's been stories of people being influenced to like write certain books, to do certain jobs, to go into certain fields. And I think that it's kind of been leading us into whatever this is, that it is, and what we've turned into. And I think somebody called it a universal control mechanism to guide humans or whatever people are on planet, whatever they are on whatever planets, to like evolve in a certain manner. So it would maybe even be a sort of technology. I'm telling you, I know this sounds crazy, people, but like the top 10 people studying this, they're Harvard, Stanford, from all over the best colleges in the world and in the country. So it's a real thing. Things are happening here. It's just, it's kind of wild.
Fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. That's my update.
That's pretty crazy, bro. Like, when you felt that, when you had that experience, like first of all, like, how'd you come out? Like, you just like, how did it?
I was terrified. I tried to play it cool. I was terrified, dude. I didn't sleep for weeks. because of the things that I've read and looked into. Dude, okay, look. If you're in your house and somebody enters your house, right? And then you're like, everything's closed. How the fuck did you get in here? Isn't that a problem? And I think that's the main reason why the government does not want to let anything out. It's a fucking national security issue. Not only because of maybe what they've been fucking with, right, with them or it, but like imagine telling your population, like, hey, dudes, there's something here that is beyond us, and the doors, the windows, the locks, the vaults, it can go through anything. Nothing you can do saves you from it. Yeah, it's fucking wild. I was terrified, dude.
I've been telling you.
I've been terrified. I couldn't sleep.
I've been telling you.
I couldn't sleep. Yeah, and like, yeah, dude. And it goes back. Like, there's these rabbit holes are deep. Like the esotericism. Crowley, he manifested something back in his time. Before the alien craze of the 50s.
Yeah.
So the Greys weren't a thing.
There's been,
He drew his guide, Lamb, I believe, LAM. He drew him. His leader, his entity, looked like a fucking alien. Like, how? There was no pre-conscious like drawing of them, image. And it goes back for a long time.
Yeah,
dude.
you see, I've seen like stories and stuff, of people like getting contact from beings from somewhere, and it's like it's these people that end up like doing like shit that changes the evolution
For
of
good
the
or bad.
fuck- yeah,
For good
yeah,
or bad.
for good or bad,
Yeah.
for good or bad, and it's just so
The anal probing.
yeah. I hope
It's
that didn't
good.
happen to you, bro. I'm
It's
just
good.
saying.
I hope that's not real, dude. But yeah,
Hey, like you said, some people have bad experiences.
yeah. It's a. I mean, obviously, I don't know what it is. I don't think anybody really does. Some of the people, the experts, say that in our government, it's such a small group of people at the top that know. Some say that it's maybe less than 100 people that are in the know, and they even themselves don't know what's happening or what it is specifically, but they see it as a threat. And dude, I see it as a threat. I'm not pro anything like that. How could it not be a threat? I just don't understand it. Even if like, I'm real skeptical, dude. Like if an angel came up to me and she was glowing, and she was like, this is all love, I'd be like, okay, thank you. Right. Once she leaves, I'd be like, what the fuck was this? What does it mean? So there's just a lot of things that are going in that subject matter that I think are extremely important that nobody gives a fuck about. At least not a larger population. It's getting to the point where like it's getting bigger and growing.
Yeah.
But it's not getting the attention that it's. To me, that's an emergency, dude. And I know people are like, Gaza. Yeah, yes, I understand that. Yes, that's an emergency. It could all be an emergency, a topic that needs to be spoken about, right? But yeah, dude, it's pretty intense. Yeah.
And do you think, would you think there has been more, like, I'm going to say like contact, but maybe them, whoever, wanting to show us more than they are used to, or are we just finding more of it?
I think that it has never slowed down. I think that if once you start looking at the data, there's so many cases.
Yeah.
There's millions. I think there's like 1 million cases a year, let's just say. And it hasn't slowed down. I think people are paying more attention because of the internet, but like it has not slowed down.
You think that has anything to do with people going missing and shit?
I've thought about it, and probably, dude. I mean, there's so many stories out there, and I think the majority of stories that you hear are bullshit. 100%. And for sure, there's also like a government disinformation situation happening too, for sure. But the people that you need to listen to are the professors that like lay their careers on the line for this. Those are the people, and there's a lot of them. And yeah, there's for sure something happening. Like for sure, what it is, I don't know what it is, but there's something happening. And like you could even say it with me. Something that's small, like I'm a small creator, I'm a artist that has a career, but I'm not famous, and they've whatever this is for a long time has influenced my work. I didn't really realize this till a couple of weeks ago. Like maybe this is what I'm painting. So like, I think it's subtle. I think there's something subtle, And the thing is that John Keel, which is like an old school UFO detective, wild guy, but Mothman Prophecies is what he was the one that wrote that. He says once you stare into the void, it stares back, and it fucking does, dude. Because look at what happened to me. So once you become aware of it, it becomes aware of you. And I just had to get over it, and I'd be like, all right, bro, come on. If you're gonna come, just come. Like, night pedo, just fucking hurry up, right? Because I couldn't sleep for weeks, dude. I was fucking terrified.
That's wild.
Yeah, dude.
That's super wild
Yeah.
to feel something so extreme like that, bro.
Well, dude,
you know?
I also feel like it did it on purpose. Like, I'm not gonna show it to you because if you see me and nobody else sees me, nobody's gonna believe it. So I'm gonna show your wife, I'm gonna show you a trick, is what I felt.
That's crazy.
And she's
bro.
gonna see it, and you're gonna be like, there's gonna be no deny. Like, you're not gonna be able to deny it because she saw it when you were doing that. And like throughout time, they've been known as tricksters. So like, yeah, dog, it's dude. This is not. In my opinion, it's not. It's not probably good. Whatever it is.
Do you think that
I'm gonna go home and make my chick trip out, bro.
And all
be
this.
there. Then I'm gonna look over at her
like the movie? What's the
sorry,
what's,
guys,
what's the
I'm
movie?
sorry, dude.
Is it The Fourth Kind?
The Fourth Kind.
The Fourth Kind is pretty crazy.
The fourth
movie,
kind is
bro.
fucking scary, but it was made up, right? But now, I mean, yeah, it was made up for the most part. But like those accounts, some of those accounts of the abductions, those shits that's real. So, and then now you see like Diana Pasoka, the religious study professor, talking about that. There's just a lot of stuff there, dude. I think you'll never find it. I stopped trying to find the truth, and all I'm looking for is just bits and pieces.
Yeah, but dude, because you're
we should look for someone who's been abducted and get him on the podcast,
Dude.
he's right here.
And,
Everyone-
and we'll
I told
have
my
Ray
wife,
on
like-
that episode for sure.
I told my wife, I'm like, look, man, I don't think we got abducted because I almost didn't sleep for that long. But like, I mean, I'm sure this is how it happens.
You wouldn't know,
Yeah, you
bro.
wouldn't know. You would no, 100%.
That's
You wouldn't know.
That's true.
So I've
very true.
I've kind of come to peace with like whatever the fuck this is.
How's your
Whatever.
butt? How's your
It
butthole?
hurts, dude. It's been hurting.
I didn't know.
I would have thought they'd have
don't know
lube.
why. Stupid. They're old school, bro.
Just spit. Just spit.
Nah, dude.
Space
But
spit.
like, do you? I mean, it's of course everything's wild to think of. Like once you start thinking like that and shit, like it's crazy. I start thinking about things like how have we just been jumping like to different
Jumping.
planets and shit like that, you know, like, or do you think, what do you think, like, what's out there, bro? Is it planets, or is it like something more that
Or is it nothing? Like in the Truman Show.
Well, like I think one thing that
You've seen the Truman Show?
I have is great.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I think we're living it kind of now. You know,
I think we always have been, but it's a little more. I mean, because have you heard of the firmament?
the Fermi paradox.
No, like the firmament, like above the earth.
Maybe.
the whole like where water surrounds
It's like
us?
a dome.
No, dude. I don't look at stuff like that. I know UFO sounds like that, but nah, I haven't seen anything like that.
I mean, there's a lot of weird possibilities, dude.
There is a lot of weird possibilities. It's the way one of my main philosophies I think that works for everything is that whatever you think reality is, it's not. Nothing works the way it does. And if you see some asshole out there tell you that he knows what it is in any aspect of life, he's full of shit. You know what I mean? Unless
very true.
unless they're a mechanic or like a sort of engineer that works and they know, you know what that, other than that, like, no. That's my main indicator somebody's full of shit. When they act and say like that they know things, it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Because nobody knows what the fuck is going on.
I do.
Yeah, that's dude.
I know everything.
I like all that stuff. Of course, like not that I like it, but it's like I have a different way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not closed minded. I think it could be anything. It could be fucking who fucking knows.
It could
bro?
be anything, dude. I've heard Carl Jung.
Angels in the outfield, bro.
I love that movie.
That's what it is.
Carl Jung.
That's actually aliens, bro.
Aliens in the outfield.
They just didn't know. They didn't know at the time.
The psychoanalyst Carl Jung, I think he talked about UFOs back, I think in the 50s, and he was like, it's like human consciousness, right? And then I've heard other people say that that it is us, like the field of consciousness of, everything's connected, and these phenomenon are like, I guess maybe our imagination, our clouds, you could say it, right? Like our information that's above us. I have no idea, but whatever it is, it's something. I think it'd be really nice if it was just us. I just have a feeling that it's something else.
What if it's like AI, bro?
I think no,
not AI, but it's like
a robot, like Terminator.
Well, dude,
maybe
it could be
a fembot,
a factory, bro. That just
a
fucking
fembot,
makes
bro.
people.
Think about it.
Yeah, I thought about that too. Yeah,
Yeah, like it's like you don't know, like you
really don't know, dude.
Because I mean, bro,
they've been throwing the idea of robots among us since Austin Powers and Terminator, bro.
Yeah,
if you think about it.
I've heard a lot of crazy shit too, like the robots, the skinwalkers, like that they disguise themselves as us to be around us and shit. Like is so much shit that it could be that there's a fucking possibility that it's that, bro. That there's a fucking world full of skinwalkers and we don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's one possibility.
Yeah,
But no one knows if it's a real possibility. Like
the nutty thing is that
We're all gonna die a like freak accident. Like what the fuck? And dude, what's your like go-to meal? Like when you're working, like do you kind of like take a good like hour or two, or do you just go grab something like a quick snack and get back at it?
It depends. Like if the painting is due like recently, if I'm on timelines, or like if I just want to get back to it, I'll get something really quick.
And what would that be?
Shit, dude. Probably.
What does Raid munch on?
yeah.
I don't know, man. Probably like just a sandwich or something. Some chips.
What kind of
Sandwiches are
what
fire.
Kind of meat? What kind of
I
meat?
like fire.
A chicken sandwich? You know what I'm
Ooh,
saying?
like a deli chicken?
No, like a chicken.
Like a
patty.
chicken.
Oh, okay. Fuck
yeah,
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 hell
yeah.
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 Dude, I'm new on rotisserie chickens, bro. I've never eaten them. They're a game changer.
Yeah,
I like making chicken salad with rotisserie
Ooh.
chickens. You should do that, bro.
I want to.
Fucking shred that whole chicken up. Fucking mix all whatever you want to mix in.
Some Caesar dressing.
If that's what you want, that's not what I do with mine. But if that's what you want, you can.
That sounds good.
But, yeah, whatever's around, kind of.
Are you artsy with your food sometimes? Like, do you like nice meals where you?
No, dude. I try. Unless I'm going out to eat or I have a friend who's a cook, who's a chef.
Okay.
I'll eat good with him.
Yeah.
But like for my meals, it's just like protein, right? Health, like not too crazy. Just eat and then just go back to work. Because if I start fantasizing about food, or if I start putting like emphasis on it, nah, dude, it's not good for me. I eat way too much. I gain a bunch of weight. It's just like, so I have to just think of it as just like it's just food.
And what about like music choices?
Usually, shit, dude.
Like, do you always paint with music, or is there times where you just don't have anything at all, just like silence?
It's music or podcasts.
Okay, yeah, I
or
could see podcasts,
audiobooks. But music, it's probably the main thing. I think lately I've been listening to like a lot of jazz, but like a lot of like Cooking Soul, the producer.
Yeah, for sure. I like his Christmas stuff.
Yeah,
when he
dude.
lets out Christmas albums, that's fire.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to my homie Jaime. He bought a limited edition Doom Xmas.
Oh,
Damn.
But that motherfucker Cooking Soul signed it all shitty, dude. Fuck, man. But yeah, a lot of Cooking Soul, a lot of jazz, a lot of Miles Davis, a lot of dude, I just forgot his name. What's his name? The pianist. Anyways, just a lot of jazz.
Elton John.
No,
And I just
fucking
Pianist. I can see you're a pianist.
but just a lot of music, like a lot of jazz, a lot of whatever I'm into at the time. Just a lot of that, but it's just like hip hop or jazz, podcasts, UFO stuff, just whatever can get me through it, dude. It's because it's like a thing. Like you're like, okay, I'll save this podcast of like 3 hours so it could get me through the start. But once you get started, it just goes.
Yeah.
You know. Even if
How
takes
long does
days.
it take to like get the rhythm? Pretty much, like
It kind of takes for me like a couple of hours. So like you have to set everything up, draw everything out, set up all the paint, and then once you get started, I'll probably feel good about it. Maybe like 4 hours in, when you're kind of like, I can see something here, and then once I get that like anchor of like confidence or understanding where things are going, then it's just like, let's go.
when you're laying out the paints, like, do you already know what colors you're gonna blend
Yeah.
to get like what? So it's already
Yeah.
kind of like okay.
Yeah,
that's-
so like what makes my painting a little bit different is that a lot of artists or a lot of painters pre-blend their things, or they have like, they'll make a ton of one color. I don't do that. I make it in the moment. So like
Yeah.
I'll that's why you get like skin textures and you get different, it's not just one color. So like that's kind of how I work. Instead of like pre-mixing everything, I mix it on the day.
I've wondered that, bro,
Yeah.
because I mean, I would imagine like doing it right then and there, you'd probably mix it better than if you had pre-made it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, and also like, you know, yeah, dude, I paint kind of weird because I didn't go to school for it. So like people that do go to school for it, they kind of have like a certain way of painting. They call it glazing, and so they'll essentially do. I forgot what it's called. There's that No Sleep Again, where you just like you put down one whole color on the canvas, thinned out, so you don't lose the drawing, and then you'll do layers of it, right? And then layers, and then it dries, and then you do layers. I don't do that. I paint like a printer. So like I layer it as I go. And sure, I'll go back and do like a highlight or like a darker tone after.
Yeah.
But like I'll layer it and I'll do it like that. So it's kind of a weird way of painting.
so like it's all like getting filled as you're going down. You're not like up here and down there.
No,
or-
and I work.
That's fucking crazy,
in
dude.
sections
That is pretty crazy.
And when there's a painting happening, I don't think about anything else.
Oh, I
and I'm
bet.
trying to learn how not to be like that with the baby, because you're like, I have to work, and there's like an alarm going off, or like you wake up in the morning and you're like, I have to work, and then whatever you have to do, either go to HEB, or you have to eat, or you have to, your wife wants you to go do something. It's like you're not thinking about that. You're like, I have to go. This is pending. So my wife and I have gotten really good. She understands. And so I just try to, it's so weird, dude. It's like I have to finish it as quickly as possible. Obviously not rush it in a quality way, but it has to be done, because if not, I
Just stay
can't handle it.
focused on what you're doing.
I can't handle it. It's like it has to be done. And then you push it out, which is a good thing and a bad thing, but it works for timelines. It works with working with galleries, because I can always keep producing work and keep going.
Do you collect like other people's work?
I do. I wish I could collect more, but unfortunately, collecting artwork is a rich man's game. And dude, look. I'll drop $150 in a bottle of bourbon, but that ain't shit for a $2,000 painting. You know what I mean? So it is a rich man's game, and I understand that. And I think as I get more well known within my circles, I think I'm just gonna ask my favorite painters, be like, "Hey, do you want to trade?" You know, which I have done.
That's
But-
dope. I tried fucking painting for a painting.
Yeah, but it is pretty crazy, dude. Like I understand that. Like unfortunately, my work is collected by people that have the income to collect it. Some of them are super wealthy. Some of them are not. They just, I guess, are good with their finances. But you still have to be able to afford, 3 or 4, anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000 paintings, right? So it's kind of a crazy thing.
That is badass though, dude. And that's like, it's super inspiring, dog, because like that's something that like a lot of people, grew up wishing that they did or stuck to, and
Yeah.
and you stuck to it, bro. But I remember last episode too, you were saying you actually had the support too. So
I had the
that goes a long way, like from
Yeah.
like your parents, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
like,
I had the emotional support.
Yeah.
Just not the financial support.
oh no,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah. I mean, down
Yeah.
here, nobody really grows up with that. Yeah.
So just
But they had your back, bro. Like they were
did.
like
They did.
encouraging it. Like
Absolutely.
that's super dope, dude.
Absolutely. I mean, I remember my mom. I don't know how the hell she afforded that, but she got me the Prisma markers when they first popped off.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, whoa. I like put them back, all like, oh shit, But yeah, like I always had the support, and it's great. I mean, look, dude, even like I feel kind of, I mean, not kind of, I feel bad at times. You know, my wife, like, she's like, even though she doesn't see it this way, I see it this way. It's like her husband doesn't have a regular job, and it took a long time to get here. So like in this line of work, it's not easy, dude. Like you have to have support. If the people that love you don't support you, you will more than likely not follow through because it's so difficult, dude. And even now, like, it's hard. You know, I really don't get support down here. All the support I get is out in the other, you know, outside of here. Yeah. And sometimes you wish you had that at home. So it makes it even harder. You know, it's hard to keep going.
Yeah, dude. Because I mean, again, like it just comes down to how narrow-minded a lot of things and people can still be down here, bro. You know, and that's discouraging, but that's why there's people like you, people like us, and others out there that we fuck with, you know, that are trying to give others a fucking, you know, a stepping stone in the shit that they like doing. You know what I'm saying?
And there is people here. Don't get me wrong. There is. Yeah. It's just a very small percentage of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the valley, it's not there yet. It's further than what it was when we were kids, but it's still not quite there where like you can just be open and accepting of all kinds of ways to express yourself, whether it's through music or through painting. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't always have to be Mexican. It doesn't always have to be, you know, Tejano. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
I agree.
And but it's getting there, bro, and
it will get there.
Yeah,
and we'll be part of the, you know, the way to help it along.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that is true, right? Like now that we're older, younger people seeing all this stuff are gonna, now they're gonna grow up not narrow-minded for with their children, and then it's just gonna keep getting better, and then it's gonna turn like LA, and then we're gonna have to move.
Yeah. Be fucking everywhere. And crackheads everywhere.
It's gonna turn into Austin, dude.
Let's go.
But yeah, dude, I think things will get better and in time. But yeah, in this profession, yeah, you need somebody. You need a lot of support, dude. And it's a lot of up and downs financially, and then also like, you know, it does get better financially and steadier, but like
the payoff is like, you know, worth
it's
the
worth
grind.
Yeah, the grind is worth it. And then you have to learn how to keep, and this is like I guess like industry talk, like you have to know when to sell it, when not to sell it. Know when your big paychecks are coming. So like if you have a solo show, that's when you're gonna make the majority of your money. You make it, and then even though you're gonna keep selling throughout the year, you kind of spread it around so it keeps stacking while you're working throughout the year, and you never go lower. You're still like steady. You know, or and then if a big commission comes in or something, then you stack back up. So it really, there's a bunch of shit here that you learn that nobody teaches you. The art world is a world where nobody wants to tell you too much because they think it's for them, or they think or they think that like they don't know, or there's a bunch of reasons that I've heard. But you have to learn along the way, make good friends, listen when people are speaking, listen when you're around people that you look up to or that you need to know about. Listen, you know,
Is there pieces that you don't want to get rid of, like,
bro?
Personal
I
pieces?
have nothing in my house.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
and
good.
It kind of sucks.
Oh, well, then
that's why I'm kind of.
Do you have like piece books or nothing? Like,
yes.
That's dope.
I have like
that. Honestly, that's way more. Not to shit on your shit because your shit's fire.
He's shitting on me, dude. No.
Not to shit on your shit because your shit's fire, but that's probably way more valuable than like the pieces that like you paint and sell because
you would think
it's more personal. You know,
you would think like if I ever get to a level of career, then it might be. But,
you should get those printed out, dude. Sell like prints of your like piece books, dog. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
That'd be cool.
I'll probably release a book and maybe put some stuff in there.
That'd be fire.
But yeah, like you have to know all the in and outs of like things like that. And I'm changing the way that I'm working this next coming year. Not taking so many shows, trying to like not put everything for sale. Because dude, I have maybe 2 paintings at the house.
That's wild, bro.
And it's like
for how long you've been painting and stuff like that.
And it's like it doesn't feel right.
If you had to guess like a number, of canvases of yours that are out there, like what would that number be, dude?
Probably from like 2019 to now. I don't know, not that many. Probably maybe like 200. It's not that much.
That's crazy.
Because I probably do like what 25 paintings to 30 paintings a year.
Bro, you just need to make 2 of everything, bro.
That's fucking crazy.
Shit, dude.
Keep one for you and say.
But you just think like, it's kind of a weird thing. And also like the gallery system is an old system, right? Galleries can really fuck you over, dude.
Oh, I bet,
and that's
dude.
the only way to show your. Now you could make your work by yourself, put it on the internet, right? And you're like, this is what I do. That's great, but there's no like credit to where like what you showed, and you work with, and you went to, right? Because there's famous people on the internet that paint really well. It doesn't mean shit. So it's kind of like a weird, like volatile relationship where like you need the gallery, you need the gallery and the gallery needs you, but the gallery doesn't want to admit that it needs you, even though they pay the rent with you.
Yeah.
Right. And it's a weird thing, dude. And what I've noticed is that when your career grows, the galleries are like, okay, well, there's like more respect or like more like, we're not, we have to do things correctly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's a big fucking thing, dude. A lot of people don't talk about it, but it's a volatile relationship. Yeah.
Shit, man.
Fuck that.
Oh, you're killing it, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
You're fucking killing it.
Oh
bro.
yeah, dude. I'm looking forward to all them prints and merch, dude. Because
Yeah, that's
hell
fine.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you guys the website so you guys can put it on there. It'll be out. I don't know when this will be out, but it'll be out eventually.
Yeah, this will be out next week.
Yeah,
man.
next week.
So
For sure.
to all our new listeners, dude, and the old ones, if you missed the episode, man, you all need to fucking follow Ray, dude,
Oh, yeah.
on Instagram, dog.
Yeah.
Crazy fucking. What would you even? How do you describe that art? I mean, I don't want to call it street art because it's more than that, but like.
So I think the correct way would be probably new contemporary art
There you go.
because it kind of combines street art, right, and like fine art and lowbrow art. It's kind of like a mixture of things, right?
Yeah.
So like my art is not the art that you would go to. Well, even though I've shown in colleges, but like it's not like academic.
Yeah.
Even though technically,
I mean-
it's at a level of academia.
Yeah.
The world of art through like institutions doesn't really respect it because it's not through institution.
Yeah.
But it's its own thing and it's growing, dude. Like the new contemporary art movement is huge now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
That's
juxtapose
fucking
high.
Yeah, I see a lot of the shit that you share, like from other artists, bro. And I'm just sometimes I'll be like, "Well, like, is that him?" But like, it's just that
my friends,
community,
yeah,
bro.
community,
Yeah. It's a fucking
And talented,
dope
dude.
scene, dude.
It's kind of wild, dude. And then my goal right now, I think in the next 5 years, is to again with no sleep forgetting. There's a gallery out in Europe that is like. The universe made this gallery specifically for my, not only my genre, but like what I love, my work, right?
Yeah.
And like it's a very difficult gallery to get into because it's like a whole it's another pedo. It's like another tier.
Nah, but you'll
Damn.
be there in
and,
no time, bro.
and for me, it's like in the next 5 years, like that's the goal. Just because it's like, I guess what you could kind of put it in is that it's still my genre of artwork, but it is like where you start selling those paintings at like $20,000-$30,000, or more, where it's like that next level.
Well,
So-
for sure you're gonna get there,
Thank you,
bro.
man.
That's not
Appreciate
even like that's not even like
Hell yeah, dude. Without a doubt, bro.
yeah,
Fuck
bro.
yeah.
But you have
And
to,
it-
you have to shoot for the stars.
Yeah,
I guess.
for sure.
Shoot high,
bro.
man. Aim high, bro.
Dude, and it's so cool that you live here, bro, and you're doing all this stuff. And sooner or later, man, the people are gonna open their eyes, and you're gonna be like,
Well, what I want is to help the kids. So,
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying, like-
start. A
Yeah, the
program,
older people,
do classes.
they're lost cause, bro. But it's this younger generation that they need to see what we wanted to see growing up. Like
Yeah,
we
dude.
didn't have that support and this scene the way it is. You know what I'm saying? It was all bullshit, and the guys that were in it, I'm gonna speak for myself and say they were assholes, dog. Like
Yeah.
they were kind
They
of
were assholes to me.
gatekeeper type of energies, bro. So like, yeah, man, we're gonna change the future, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Terminator style.
Hey,
Yeah.
shit, man. Big shout out. Raid.
Hell yeah, man. Third time's a charm with
Thank you for having
Raid.
me,
Oh,
boys.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Always a fun time.
hell yeah.
Always a super cool time, man.
Next time I'll bring a bottle, dude.
Oh,
I'll bring some good shit.
hey, you come on next week, bro. on
We'll
the
bring
podcast.
with some cigars.
We'll see you next week, bro.
We'll have a cigar outside with a little. That'll be nice.
Nah, but yeah, man, go ahead and follow him, man. Support him. Prince coming soon, all that shit. Website dropping, all like everything he's gonna be doing. It, man.
Dropping soon. Me wearing my Raid shirt.
Hey,
Send me a before and after.
I'm gonna send you one where
he's
that's
gonna
all
wear it
I'm
like
wearing.
he's gonna wear it like a bata to
like
sleep
a
all the time.
Pooh Bear style, dude. Hell yeah.
Hey, well, big shout
I'll
out.
be wearing the docs too. Fuck it.
Mike Adriana style. Over here.
Everyone watching, everyone listening.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers to you. Here's to another
guys.
week. Have a safe week, everybody. Have a good one, man. You deserve it.
Tonka truck, white tee, hype me. Jesus' name, fight me. Part the sea, that's lightly. Part the sea, in the stoop, yeah. I'm out the root, yeah. You ain't know me, man. Get off the stoop, yeah.
Run it back, I got dudes, not holding back. Harvey on tracks with dudes who trouble. I bust down crazy like this. I never like tryna get checks, not stripes ain't feeling
Yeah,
that.
up in the juice and I hit on the deuce. Cutting, I like, and I hear the loose. Tell them I got it, you know they don't never let rubble my brother.